The salt-laced wind whipped through Sarah's hair as she stood on Signal Hill, the rugged coastline stretching endlessly before her. The iconic Narrows, guarding the entrance to St. John's Harbor, looked particularly formidable today, mirroring the churning tempest inside her. For months, a gray fog had been creeping into her mind, dulling the vibrant hues of her once bright world. Laughter felt distant, joy elusive, and even the comforting rumble of the Atlantic seemed to mock her with its indifference. She was experiencing, though she hadn't yet named it, a profound sense of mental exhaustion and isolation. Back in her cozy, albeit increasingly quiet, apartment, the digital world offered a fleeting escape. Social media, once a source of connection, now felt like a relentless parade of perfect lives she couldn't emulate. Each smiling selfie, each triumphant career update, deepened the chasm of her own perceived failures. She scrolled endlessly, a phantom limb reaching for connection that never quite solidified. One blustery Thursday, a flyer tucked under her door caught her eye. It was for a community art workshop at a local gallery, Express Yourself Through Color. Sarah, who hadn't picked up a paintbrush since childhood, almost tossed it. But something about the promise of no experience necessary and the whimsical illustration of a colorful puffin nudged her. It was a tiny spark in the pervasive gloom. She arrived hesitantly, a lump of anxiety in her throat. The room was bright, filled with the scent of acrylic paint and the low hum of conversation. A diverse group of people, an elderly woman with kind eyes, a young man with vibrant tattoos, a quiet teenager, were already sketching. Sarah found an empty easel in the corner, her fingers trembling as she picked up a brush. Initially, she just made hesitant strokes, blobs of color without form. But as the hours passed, something shifted. The shared space, the gentle murmur of voices, the focused energy of creation, it began to chip away at her isolation. A woman named Mary, her silver hair braided with colorful ribbons, leaned over. "Lovely blues you're using," she said, her voice warm and genuine. "They remind me of the ocean on a calm day." Sarah, surprised, found herself responding, explaining how she used to find solace in the sea. Mary listened, truly listened, offering small nods of understanding. It was a simple exchange, yet it was the first authentic conversation Sarah had had in weeks. The simple act of being seen and heard, without judgment, was a balm to her weary soul. Over the next few weeks, Sarah kept returning. The art itself was cathartic, a way to channel the swirling emotions within her. She painted the turbulent seas of her despair, but also the fleeting moments of calm, the resilient wildflowers clinging to the cliffs, and even the occasional puffin, a symbol of newfound whimsy. But more profound than the art was the human connection she forged. She learned about Mary's lifelong passion for knitting and her volunteer work at the local animal shelter. She discovered the young man, Liam, was a budding musician who found parallels between composing music and mixing colors. Please like, share and subscribe. Bye!